And now, welcome to the Great Cigar and Pipe Show. Presented by Hiram and Solomon Cigars, the Oliva Cigar family, and the J.C. Newman Cigar Company. Coming to you live from the Corona Cigar Company studios. Yes, indeed.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hello, everyone, and welcome. All right, welcome to another great cigar and pipe show, podcast, everything. I'm going to blow it all up tonight because you guys can't hear me, they told me. So it doesn't matter what I say.
Unfortunately,
now you can hear me. All right. You busted my chop. You guys busted my chop.
What else is new?
Well, everybody, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. Tonight, we got our co-host, monthly chicken, Joe Gulino, coming on, and he's got his guest tonight, too, and we're excited about what we'll be talking about this evening. But for all you newbies out there, I'm Ronnie Pecorini. Down below there in wonderful Florida, my brother, retired Bob.
Welcome back, folks.
And the one, the only, the chooch master himself, Cousin Frank.
Ooh,
new one. Ooh, that's a new one.
New.
Wow, that is new. Yeah,
We needed a whistle because chickens they love that. It attracts them, so it gives them something.
Does it really?
It does. It's a chicken calling.
Chicken calling.
Yes, it is.
Well, let's ask the chicken calling himself, folks. Here's everybody, our man, the chicken, Mr. Joe Gulino. How are you, Big Joe?
Good. What's going on? Great to see you guys. And it was so good to see you guys at the Chicago Pipe Club show. This was it last weekend?
Last weekend,
yeah.
Joe can't remember that far
yeah,
back.
I started drinking at the show and I haven't stopped since. So
You haven't stopped.
Kind of know that.
1982.
Yeah, that I got to say that was an excellent show you guys put on at the Hyatt in Rosemont. It was my third year in a row.
Thank you.
Going, and what a step up from the previous shows I've been to. That was great, and that mobile lounge, phenomenal.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big fellas mobile lounge, man. Those guys, Brian and Mike, two awesome brothers, man. They're awesome. I mean, we consider them really friends now. We had so much time with them, and just two fabulous guys that put together that mobile lounge. It's like stepping into a 1920s speakeasy.
Yeah.
They had it really set up nicely, and they were nice enough to let us do our show live from there from Tuesday night, and that was pretty amazing. I know Bob and Frank truly enjoyed the workmanship that they did in there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they did a job.
Yeah. Speaking of lounges,
Speaking of lounges, Joe is at the Diamond Crown Lounge at Norwood Royal Cigars in Illinois, in Chicago. And great lounge. If anybody has never been there, they're missing out. If you're anywhere in the Chicago area, please go to this lounge, and you'll be glad you did, because not only does he have the largest humidor that I know of in Illinois, but that Diamond Crown Lounge is the bomb. Great space. Hey, the Newmans know how to do things.
Yeah, I got Bobby right.
And the owner,
behind me here. There he is.
Terrific guy.
There he is right there. There's the man.
Where is he?
He's right behind.
Yeah.
He's
a pitcher. He's the pitcher of Vic and
Bobby.
Who else you got? Bobby. Yeah, is that Bobby?
Actually, Bobby Newman's going to be here at the lounge May 31st.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
nice.
Are you going to go there? Are you going to do a little promotion? What are you going to do?
I'll probably be here. It's their second year anniversary of the opening of the lounge. So
Wow.
What day? What is that? A Saturday?
I think so. Yeah.
You know,
If
Joe.
it's so, maybe we'll go down there and do a show, Joe. What do you think?
Should. Yeah, definitely.
I have a question for you, Joe. I always wanted to ask this of Joe. So, what inspired you to put together this pairing? Tell me a little bit about how that kind of happened, because I always wonder what travels inside of Joe's mind.
That's dangerous.
I mean, do you really want to know?
No, really. I'd like to kind of understand how you got there.
Well, no, so
it was 4 tabs of Thorazine.
You know what? I learned about Bella Dama Cigars through the other magazine, Leaf and Grain Society. It was a great article up on leafandgrainsociety.com about Chantel and her story. I thought it's an amazing story. So I've been trying to get her on the show. She's a very busy woman, and finally we got to have her come on. She sent us an amazing cigar.
God.
This is her Ace.
The Ace is
torpedo.
Ace is aces for me,
right.
because I sparked this baby up. Whoa!
Yeah,
is a dynamite.
Yeah, and then so our other guest, the whiskey guest, Joe McEwan, he actually is probably one of the most knowledgeable guys in the whiskey industry and the spirits industry. He actually worked at Binny's before. I was actually one of his clients per se, and this guy is just next level when it comes. If you're any upper level type of consumer like I am, obviously I drink a lot of whiskey. This guy is the guy that you want to talk to, that'll help you out and get you to those upper level bottles that you're seeking out.
Nice.
So currently he is the Illinois brand development manager for High and Wicked, which is this brand here. So I've ever since I learned he is he hooked up with those guys over there, I kind of wanted to get him on the show. They sent me a couple expressions and went through them, and this one just kind of paired. It's a very balanced pairing. You just get some really nice solid notes on the pairing, which we'll get to a little bit later on in the show, and you'll see why and what I'm talking about.
Gotcha. Well, you know what's nice? I love the fact that we have folks out there. We've got our earthling himself, Bruce Stark. He's smoking the Bella Dama Queen tonight.
All right.
Nice. Look at Bruce. So you got Bruce. You've got Alex saying this is hot. We've got Colin's wishing that he could smoke a cigar at work, but he's not allowed to. Too bad, Colin. Why don't you just leave work?
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
I mean, I think that there's nothing wrong.
We also have big fellas. Big fellas are on.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Guys, big fellas.
Or just spark up at work. That's what I usually do.
Yeah,
well, I'd say I agree with you, Frank. Just leave work. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Right.
I mean, if they can't take a joke, I mean, you could call out sick, bang out sick. Yeah. Bob used to do that all the time.
All the time.
So I gotta say, their bourbon is just absolutely amazing. But with this cigar, for some reason,
the rye,
this cast strength rye, probably because the cigar is like a medium bold cigar, but it does pick up towards the back end.
Right.
And that's where this rye really just balances everything out towards the back end of the cigar.
Gotcha.
And not to mention the labels are mirroring.
Oh yeah, they're almost the color scheme is almost exact. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Look at you, Joe. I never thought you had it in you.
I thought he was colorblind.
I thought he was colorblind too.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Well,
things that he's learning.
He's learning every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. So I'm excited to hear from Chantel and about her story. Yes. It's an amazing story. Joe's going to take us to the next level with his knowledge. I mean, this guy is. All we got to do is ask him one question. He'll just fly off the handle.
We got Brian Singer. He's smoking a King.
Okay.
King.
Very
so
nice,
listen, we've got an ace, a king, a queen. All we need is a jack and a 10.
There you go.
And we've got a straight. But listen, nobody on this show is straight. I can tell you that.
No.
I mean, we might be straight.
Whoa, speak for yourself, Frank.
It's the chooch. He's the chooch. We got Joey. Joey's the chooch. He flies around. Remember Frank?
You know what? Wait. I think I know. We need a wild card. And you know who that is? I think that's our guest.
That's Carol with an E.
I guess.
Oh!
I think the wild card is going to be our guest. We had her on shortly. She's in the green room, and
she's
I can
definitely
tell.
gonna be a wild card.
She's a wild card.
I can tell that
There's
right
no
away.
doubt in my mind. This is going to be a very interesting podcast for sure. So why don't we go to our sponsors, and when we come back, we'll bring everybody out.
Yeah, I'm going to light this up.
Yeah, I did, and I'm enjoying the hell out of this cigar. So we'll be right back after a few of these words from our marvelous sponsors.
Marvelous.
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 At Norwood Royal Cigars, we have the biggest walk-in humidor in the Midwest. Our 1,500 square foot humidor is home to almost 4,000 different cigars that will meet the need of any cigar enthusiast. We have boutique blends to the more traditional selections and everything in between. From the novice beginner to the aficionado, the knowledgeable staff at NRC will find the perfect cigar for you. Located on the northwest side of Chicago, we want to be your shop for all your cigar wants and needs. As always, at Norwood Royal Cigars, light it, smoke it, love it.
Experience the magic of Rockefeller Cigars today. With 11 years steeped in tradition, passion, and mystery of the leaf, Rockefeller has a cigar just for you. Be like the greatest magicians and make Rockefeller Cigars appear in your lineup with any of our 4 lines. The Nicaraguan, the Dominican Blue, the Vintage Gold, and our new LE, The Art of Magic.
Cigar in the Bottle is 2 palate-pleasing gifts in 1. A specially blended Grand Palmier XS VSOP Cognac is elegantly contained in patented numbered bottles. Winner of back-to-back-to-back-to-back medals at the LA Spirits Awards, Cigar in the Bottle inventor Forbidden Johnny teams up with Vartan and Hendrik Kellner for this custom-blended Vartan Reserva cigar, well-preserved in a hand-blown glass chamber featuring Boveda 2-way humidification.
All begins at the very first climate-controlled Rodriguez Olivan cigar factory located in the Dominican Republic. Our 2 major brands include Don Olivan, which are boutique cigars suited for that individual who takes great pride in something unique. BAMF is our armed forces cigars, designed for that badass mother effer. Not only are you smoking a great premium cigar, a percentage of the proceeds is donated to our heroic men and women in uniform.
Hey,
and we are back.
Hey, Frank, I got to say, I don't think you realized it, but you went to the commercial while you were still talking to Bob, or did you realize that?
Oh, we did it on purpose.
We did it on purpose.
We know. We know what we're doing.
Just wondering. I thought you guys really had a few too many to drink.
No,
we did
had a lot more too many drinks.
I didn't have any drinks. Look, listen, we have people on set here, Ronnie. Be professional. We have to introduce everybody. Will you?
Oh, yes. Yes, sir.
Oh, do your job, for God's sake.
He just sits there and laughs. I mean,
Why are you screaming at people? All right, we have Chantel Leavett. She is the owner of Bella Dama Cigars with us tonight. Welcome aboard.
You guys have me roaring. I can't. Like you've had me roaring the whole time. No one can tell, right? Of course. And then you've made me wait. Can I sip now, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know what? We could all sip. Everybody. Ching ching to Chantel. Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, and then
I can't even sip. Dude, Daddy killing me.
Well, it sounds like you have a drinking problem then.
Yeah, the wrong way. Actually, you know what? That I got to tell you, that's delicious.
Yeah,
that is. Wait a minute, for real. Hold on.
Yeah. And sitting with me right here in the house at Norwood Royal Cigars, at the JC Lounge here is Joe McEwan. He is the Illinois Brand Development Manager for High and Wicked. And
this is delicious.
Yeah, he'll be getting us a little bit later on into this Cask strength rye, which is phenomenal and pairs excellent.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so we'll go right to Chantel, and why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey into the cigar world?
Well, first of all, I have to say one thing, please. Yeah. This normally, especially with a rye, I wouldn't do it with a raw on the rocks or neat or anything like that. You'd want it in a Manhattan or an old fashioned or something. This is really good. Just an FYI. Very delicious. Slow sip for sure, but very good.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. So where would you like me to start?
Wherever you want.
Involved in this.
So, well, how did I get involved? So I've always, since I was younger, had this affinity for cigars. My father was a cigar smoker my whole life, and he was also a professional poker player. And so I was around cigars. We would have poker games in our basement. I mean, that wasn't even allowed where I lived. You know what I mean? It was a very conservative area. And I remember times where they would have them. We had, I don't know how many bedroom house. And in our basement, we had 2 finished bedrooms, a bathroom, all those sorts of things. And these guys would be in there 6, 7, 8, whatever they were, maybe 10, I don't even know. And they're just smoking sticks, and they're drinking. They're actually calling each other's mothers and sisters and brothers names, but you know what I mean? They're throwing down all night long. Starts in the day, it went till the next morning. My mother's making pancakes, I'm delivering, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. What a twisted thought process, right? But for me, I thought it was cool. I really did, especially coming from the area that I was from, which was very conservative. And definitely we were the, I don't know, the odd man out in that community for sure.
Did that break any HOA laws?
They didn't have HOAs back then, doll. Okay. Oh, no, you didn't. You know what? No, back then, nobody, there were no rules. So you know what I mean? That's when your parents would. Do you ever think about that? Your parents would go into the car. You think of a station wagon. They're fitting 12 or 13 people in there. No seatbelts, windows up, smoking cigarettes, drinking beer out of a can. And the kids are like jumping up and down, and nothing happened to anyone.
No.
What happened to those days?
Long gone.
In our memories. They're in our memories. That's all it is.
Yes, it is. So showing my age for sure. But so I always had this thing. And then my parents divorced when I was young. My father he was from New Rochelle, New York. He always wanted, he did other things. He owned a siding company. It wasn't his passion. His passion was poker. So they divorced when I was younger, and then he moved to Vegas, and he beat all the odds and became a champion professional poker player.
Wow.
And so, I used to fetch his sticks even when I go visit in Vegas, right? Here I am. I'm just going to get his sticks, right? And, first World Series of Poker at 11, those sorts of things. So wow. I always thought it was cool, right? I don't know. To me, it was. I came from conservative and morals and values and hard work and knowing the, value of a dollar from my mom. And then my dad, it was this different world that opened up that was really fascinating. And I make no apologies for it for either of my parents. This is how my life was supposed to go. And I don't regret it, other than the fact I wish they would have gone along. Right. But I don't regret my upbringing. So I always had this thing for cigars. So Chicago is my stomping ground, Joe. Yeah, I lived in Chicago for about, I want to say like 4 years, like 94. And that's when cigar smoking started coming back in and becoming pop. Cigar Aficionado magazine, I think that Marvin had just started it back then.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you. So I even subscribed to that. And back then you could smoke in a restaurant. You could smoke cigarettes, cigars, whatever. My mother, of course, was mortified. I'd have a business suit on, but I was smoking a stick. So, but you know, I kind of got out of it and went and did life and did other things. And then right before COVID, I did a spokesmodeling job for Nish Patel, Rocky's brother.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, so it was just one of those things off the cuff. And I did it with another friend of mine. So I thought, you know what? I want to get back into this, right? I want to do a hosting business. And I was going to hire cream of the crop, train them in the 101 of cigars, etc. You can hire them for private, public events, and someone's going to steal this, and then have a product down the road, right?
Right.
Well, I had to shelve it. My daughter was getting ready to go to college. I'm like, Chantel, you have to stick to what you're doing, which was e-commerce retail in the fashion sector. So I shelved it. Well, we all know the big C came along, COVID, right?
Yep.
And pummeled my e-commerce business. Wow. The divorce started it, then COVID finished it off, right? So I took it off the shelf and I go, okay, well, I have to have a product first. And I said, okay, let's do this. And what a journey it has been, for sure.
Oh, I'm sure. Nice. So what was it like actually creating your first cigar?
So this is interesting that you asked this question. So I had 3 cigars to begin with, right, that I chose. But my first one, and I never knew I was going in this direction. That's how life works. My first one, I said, it has to be the king. My father was the king, right? He even wore a medallion. It was a king of hearts. And so I thought, it was a playing card. So I thought, okay, first one has to be the king because this is an ode to my dad, ultimately, right? And then I go, wait a second. I'm going to create this around poker. But the irony, and when you said earlier that when you guys were talking and I needed a 10, a wild card, whatever it is, right? Those things will come up eventually. But I thought, okay, but I started out with the king, the flush, and the royal. Don't ask me why. That is out of what do you call it? Out of order? Out of order.
A little out of order.
Just that's my life. I go from here to there.
It's kind of like your show, a little out of order. So
yeah, well, you guys are way ahead of me. Yeah. But so I started. So the king. So when I first started this, and I had to create the product, I had a roller from Cuba who's here in Tampa, and he started my blends. And this guy was next level. And I worked with him for probably about 4 months. But then I started getting very concerned about being able to source the materials and the products and all those sorts of things to keep us going. Because once you put something out there, right? I mean, you're putting it out there. So I had to squash that. And that was months. So I finally found someone, and I had a friend of mine who is a cigar aficionado, and he helped me with the first 3, which again was the king, the flush, and the royal. And so then, of course, you have to finish everything. I haven't gotten the 10 yet. But I wasn't even thinking about the 10, but you know what? I don't know. The wild card, yes. And were you referring to me, sir?
Frankie, be careful. Be good, Frankie.
You can. It's all good. I am a wild card. You never know with me.
No, that's great.
So that's kind of where the journey began. And I even had a different name prior to having Bella Dama Cigars. So when I was going to have my hosting business, I wanted it to be Cigar Aficionada because it's a female, right? Yes. So it brought a very feminine aspect to it. So LLC is that before I'm even like creating products, I'm not even thinking. I had attorney friends too. No one said shit. And then I LLC'd, I opened bank accounts, and they go, one day goes, Chantel, you may have a trademark infringement there. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, well, even I go, it's apples and oranges. He goes, nope, because there's marks when you do a trademark, right? So because I was so close to Cigar Aficionado magazine, whatever it is, there was a problem there.
Right.
So I had to change my name. Like I was gonna fight it, you guys, because I'm like bullheaded.
Yeah. No, you would lose. That's the problem.
I would have, but I'm bullheaded sometimes. Where thank God, sometimes for my determination, sometimes not so much, right? So finally, after I don't know, days of stressing out and trying to figure it out, I came up with Bella Dama. And you have to, again, I went into the national trademark registry to make sure that there was no other marks on that and those things, and it just worked. And it happened within hours. I don't know where, but it came up. And then I thought, perfect. Then we're going to throw a feminine spin on it with the lips and all that. And then I went into that.
Good. Good. Well, how did you come up with Bella Dama? What hit you with that?
Sitting on my bed in a rental I was in. And after I LSC'd and was told after I planned everything that it was wrong, I had to come up with something. So my brain works in mysterious ways. So I had to come up with something, and I started just piecing stuff and doing this and this and this. And it just came to me out of nowhere. And I looked up the meaning. I didn't even know what it meant. I swear to God. And then I did a trademark search. It was open. I go, that's it. Because if I linger too long, I'm the type of person that I'm going to like spaz myself out.
Right.
Make a decision, move forward.
You must have been drinking a lot of high-end whiskey. Like
actually, you know what? That was my problem. I wasn't.
Well, I mean, it's not a problem, really, if you look at it that way. I mean, come on.
Well, you know what? I never drink like whiskey or hard liquor. I'm a wine girl, a Chardonnay girl. But so one of my interviews I did on the news, my business broker reached out to me and said, Chantel, please do me a favor. From here on out, don't say wine is your drink of choice. It doesn't work. I go, okay, I'll figure it out. So I did, and now I like it. Now I like bourbon, sipping on it, of course, not guzzling, but
that's Joey's part.
That's you guys. Yeah, there you go. You guys are 20 steps ahead of me already.
You had a hard time with the sample I sent you, like. That, right?
You sent me. Let's tell everybody the truth, Joe. You sent me half a bottle. Let's be honest. No, you know what? You see this? This was to hear. Just you know.
This is what Joey leaves us.
Yeah. He spares no expense when it comes to
right. This is what
don't
we get.
Don't feel bad. We're in the same boat.
You know what I think is so cool is that, and I saw that before when you guys were before you went into commercial, and Joe, you were talking about it. Our labels are very similar, so I think that's very cool. So we're going through a lot of exciting things with Bella Dama Cigars. The packaging is being upgraded. There's a lot of things. We're gonna have a lot of news coming out.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for it. But I always I am self-taught in every aspect, including social media. I had no clue. Right? I had a few, I had 200 something friends, right?
I just hope there's not a copyright infringement here.
Stamp.
We fucked up. Got him again. We'll talk next week, okay?
You know what? And guess what? I might be able to get royalties or something off of that.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm in the trademark process right now. Yeah. Takes a while.
It's almost like you could almost put your logo right on the bottle, and
well, you know what? We could certainly talk about co-marketing. Co-op. That's for sure. Co-oping. Yeah. Like co-oping, exactly.
Like
yes.
a Bella Dama pick on the barrel or something.
Yes. So you guys, you know what's really cool? Let me show you this. This is the coolest thing. And I offer this like at events, and if anybody's in my area and they come around, this is the coolest thing. So you see how it's engraved?
Yes.
I don't know if you can see it.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
You see that in the back?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So it's laser engraving, but it has to be on a flat surface, right? And I have the best dude, and look at that. I mean, isn't it? People thought that Woodford did it for me. They didn't.
That's all right. Ronnie has to be on a flat surface too.
I'm always
you know
flat,
what?
Betty. I'm
Guess
always
what?
flat.
I think probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. I'm going to guess 4 out of the 5 are going to need a flat surface. Okay. Those are facts.
Frank's
I'm accident prone.
He's clean tonight.
Ronnie's on the basketball surface. So they do print on those, though. I mean, look at the NBA.
So you can print, pretty much anything on there as long as he did my logo off a business card. I just showed him my logo. He did it. It was amazing. But so that's one of the things I offer for private and public events to have them sit there but it has to be a flat bottle. It can't be round. So
correct.
It has to be flat. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It's good. So Joe, who's sitting next to you?
You're so quiet. I haven't heard him speak
I know.
yet.
Well, let me get.
I didn't want to cut in on anyone.
How can he get a word in edgewise?
He's polite. This guy's a polite guy. I like him.
Again, this is Joe McEwan here. He is the Illinois brand development manager for High and Wicked whiskey.
They
do a nice bourbon tonight.
Cheers to you.
Tonight we're doing their cask strength rye, which I think hasn't even hit the shelves yet. We're getting
this is an exclusive.
Yeah, we're getting exclusive access tonight.
Nice.
I like it.
So, Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey into the spirits world and the whiskey industry?
Yeah, so kind of the same thing. It was kind of just happened all by accident. It actually started living in the Twin Cities, St. Paul, Minnesota. I was working second shift security, and if you couldn't guess it, the Twin Cities is actually an incredibly boring place, especially if you do security. And I was already kind of on my whiskey and spirits journey at this point. And then just kind of started blogging just for the fun of it, trying to really get to understand the category as a whole a bit more. Fast forward a couple of years, moved back to Chicago from the Twin Cities and started working for Binny's. I actually started off in cigars, moved up into the spirits management position, and everything kind of snowballed from there, getting to know the category even more, understanding spirits even more, trying to learn as much about everything that I possibly could. And then decided ultimately that I needed to walk away from that kind of life, focus on some other things for a little bit. And then last year, actually, bumped into Joe at Whiskey Fest, and then bumped into some people from Altamar Brands, which is the company that I work for. A group that I've always been a very, very big advocate of. One of our most well-known products is Foursquare Rum out of Barbados. And as I started to explore everything that they were about, I learned more about their transparency, learned more about how it's not about marketing that drives a significantly good product. It's about telling the tale of the people and the processes that they go through, and just kind of highlighting that as a whole. And that's something that really, really resonated with me. If you don't have a culture behind something, you're ultimately just selling some bullshit in a bottle.
Right. No, you're right. I mean, it's the same thing with cigars, right?
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately the stories behind the cigar kind of romanticize and allow the consumer to get into that headspace, right? So that's, I think, the key to it. It's very surreal in a certain way.
Yeah,
it's kind of like this bullshit podcast.
Wow, Joey. By the way, folks, this is Joey's last year.
The only bullshit comes out of Joe's mouth. So that you got to remember. He's the only one bullshitting here. The rest of us are actually authentic.
Once a month of bullshit. That's it. Next month, folks, he's taking a vacation, a permanent one.
I wanted to just give my initial impressions about the cigar because I think it's important to kind of get that out there, Bob.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I think that's it's a beautiful box press, and I like the fact that it's a thinner box press. I think that it allows the flavors to be enjoyed in a way that is a little different, because it's almost as if it's a little bit more concentrated. And I have this chocolatey, it's really chocolatey, incredibly chocolatey. I mean, that's would be my first impression, without a doubt. It's a smoker, meaning that it provides plenty of smoke. So whether you're puffing
it can
or
fill
not,
a room.
it'll fill the
It'll
room.
Oh yeah. I literally have that in my notes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's filled with
that'll
smoke.
change your mind.
Just
If
fills
he's
the
got it,
room.
if he's
put it
got
in
it,
his
forget
nose-
about it.
No, it's not a
it
smoker.
doesn't produce any smoke whatsoever.
But what's nice is that room note is important, right? Because it's something that others can also tend to gravitate to or ask questions about. So if you're smoking this and somebody's in your vicinity, they're going to be like, hey, what are you smoking? There's a real nice room note that gets generated. And it's funny because we were smoking something in our little pre-show that was a big smoker, and it actually hurt our eyes.
Made us tear.
It made us tear. It was just not it was not pleasant.
No.
So this was the antithesis of that. You like the way
I like it.
Did you learn that word in Rutgers? I just want to know. That's a big word. I never heard you say that before.
Wait, did you say Rutgers or Rikers?
Rikers, you're right. My pronunciation is wrong. Hey, I'm a guy. What can I tell you?
I learned a few other words. But
I just opened myself up on that
one. That's the scared straight part of the show.
I like
Chantel,
that.
do you want to tell us a little bit about the blend and how you came up with this blend?
Yeah, so this is an interesting one. So this is a San Andreas Maduro wrapper, right? A Dominican binder filler. It's got a little more. Yeah. So there's a little bit more composition in the binder and filler, but let's just say Dominican. So what's interesting is, so I did the King, again backwards, the King, the Flush, and the Royal.
Yep.
And then I picked the Queen solely, which I'm very proud of. And then I said I need another one. That was going to be what? The fifth. So I go, what am I going to do? So I really wanted something. I love full to bold, like medium to full. Yes. I prefer bold. King is my favorite only because I just love a hearty stick. So, okay, and we're going to be careful here. Jesus.
Oh, boy.
I'm only saying that because of our conversation before we went live. I can't.
Nothing you
here. Let's do it again, folks.
Somebody pulled me out of this. Oh, Jesus. I can't win.
Oh, my God. Look at all the laughter that we got going on in here.
No matter which way I go, I can't right now.
Chantel, not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay, but I just keep, I'm not going to, so you have to be careful with my words because it's going to end up. Okay, so.
He's like, you know what? There's no winning here. I'm out.
You two.
Hey, she's back, folks.
He's like, I gotta disappear right now.
No, you know what? I'm sorry if it did. I was receiving a call and I had to like flip it up. So I decided that I wanted to do the ace. Obviously, I have to start getting an order here, right? I mean, Jesus, like talk about ass backwards. So I needed an ace. So I picked several different compilations and I needed help. And I reached out to one person specifically who has been with me from the beginning within like social media and stuff. Cause like the bearded community were the ones in the beginning that took me in. They really did. I was not a social media presence. I really didn't even know how to use it. So the bearded community, ironically, are the first ones that took me in, but also a lot of the bearded community smoke sticks, right? Mm-hmm. So my boy James with Ice and Sticks, he is his like my brother from another mother. I said, James, will you help me pick this stick? And so he said, yes. And I said, do we have another person? And he said, yeah, my brother, Austin. I said, perfect. I said, let's do that. So I sent them we blind tasted. I just numbered them so we could like follow them by numbers. Every single one of us, without a question, was on the same exact page. I go, that's it. It's a winner, right? But I wanted that box pressed. The size and all that hadn't been decided yet, the shape. But I wanted the box press. And like you said, I think that, I mean, it may be a smaller stick, but you can't go wrong with pocket aces. You're always going to win, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not about the size, it's how you use it.
Here we go again. Lead in there. I can't see you say that because I had a message. Okay, go ahead. Like, you know what? Just go ahead. Let's just get it over with. What would you like to discuss now? Size of what, sir? You might embarrass yourselves.
Oh no, Bob embarrassed himself back in 1962. We're all good.
Chicken Joe at it again. He keeps choking it.
Oh, Jesus. Well, Joe, you get picked on. Are you like seriously?
You know what?
He's a waste. Don't worry about it.
They just like to beat me up. It's okay.
I mean, those are facts. No wonder you're getting anesthetized over there with
I'm like a
whiskey
over here.
I would need you too. Jesus.
He's a police officer that works the old malls on his Segway, and all he does is arrest old ladies and hell's grannies. That's all he does.
Yeah. I figured Bella Dama was a safe bet.
Okay, I can't drink anymore because I'm just going to spit it, and it's not going to be very glamorous. Is
I
it?
think our audience are going to love it. Reading what they are saying.
It's all right.
Oh my God! We keep going back into the same foray.
I was just telling Frank and Bob I spit in their samples. So
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah. That was very nice of him.
All right.
All right. So the
Colin.
blend. What do we got going here?
She just talked to us about the blend, Joe.
Joe don't remember.
So yes. So I'm going to help you out here, Joe.
Okay. I'm late to the party.
So yes. So we all agreed on this. This is to me, it's such a great medium to full. It's leaning on the full size, but like you guys said, I mean, it's like you said, chocolate. It's got this creamy kind of note to it. And this thing doesn't, at least with me, there's no pepper anywhere in it, which is very interesting. There's really no leather either, right? So there is just a very different profile for this that I really loved.
Yep. And it goes into, and it's what's nice is there's a progression because I'm now about my second, third. Yeah. And I would say it's now going towards baking spice, like a nutmeg.
There you go. Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. And that's, because I have a very good palate. Ronnie, on the other hand, the only palate he has is for pasta. That's it.
Ronnie, pasta, baby. Wait, Ronnie, where are you in Florida?
No, unfortunately, I'm in Chicagoland.
He's coming to us from his cell. He's in prison.
Okay, well, you know what?
It's not Rikers, I can tell you that.
That's what I said, Rikers. Yes.
He's coming to you live
exactly. He's been locked up since 1982. So
we
never let him out.
What do we live on? Ronnie, what do we live about? 6 minutes away from Rikers?
Yeah. We used to walk to Rikers to the bridge.
Yeah,
we never went over, Bob. We never went over.
But
no. Thank God. Not even by chance, right?
No. Oh, maybe Bob, but not me.
Maybe Bob.
Even on the side sniff, I got that.
They never caught me.
Those fresh hay notes on that side sniff. It was delicious. Just chocolate.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Wait, I have to go back to the setting. They never caught you.
No, we don't talk about that. I'm in a lamb right now.
So we need to create.
They can't catch him. He just throws some lube on his head, and they can't catch him.
Look at Brian's thing and what he says.
Yes, I see it, Brian. I love you. So you know what, Brian? Tell him. Every time Brian is one of the members of my Bella Dama Cigars Players Club. If you'd like to talk about that later, we will. Yeah. But he is, every time he plays poker, it's almost once a week, isn't it, Brian? And every time he wins, Like, it's not a time he doesn't win, and usually he smokes the king. I think he diverted once with the ace, but he wins every time. And I told him, I go, you're making my father proud, man. Like, I love it.
Have you checked the sleeves on his shirt?
I wasn't there, and you know what? I'm not a policing person, okay? Like, you don't know what I have in my bra. You don't know. If I'm wearing one.
Yeah, you don't know what I have in my bra either.
The audience, we don't want to know what you're going to read. Don't write anything what she just said, please. It's an adult show.
How do you know about Rikers?
Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you know about Rikers?
How do you know about Rikers?
She had to visit a few people there.
It rhymed. I don't even know where it came from. Rikers. It worked. And I'm behind you guys. Like, wait, look. You know what? And Joe, I have a bone to pick with you. Like,
don't mention
like,
Joey. He got
what's
one.
that shit? Like, you really expect me to last over an hour with you in this little
Listen,
like,
listen, I'm trying.
Joe, I think this is a testament to something that might be a little deeper.
I'm trying not to get indicted here.
Joe has never lasted an hour.
I got a lot of people watching me. You know what I mean? So I gotta. You know what I mean?
Well, you're very close to Rikers. I'm sure you do.
They don't call him 5 minutes.
I gotta keep everything on the down low. You know what I mean?
Did any of you guys wait? And when you sent it to me, hold on. Let me tell everybody.
Yeah.
When you sent it to me, I'm looking at the bottle and thinking, "Oh, hell yeah!" Then you go. And it says, "Don't share," and I'm like, "I won't share." No, wait. I don't even get a label. Where's my label?
Yeah. There's no. You know what? There's no labels when it comes. There's no labels when it comes to greatness.
Joe. I told you. But you know how long it took me to get the sticky thing off. So you know what? That wasn't a benefit.
You're all talking about the sample, right?
Yes, we are. You know we are. We already went through that. All right, let's get to business, gentlemen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Back to the cigar. Did any of you guys dry draw the cigar?
Yes.
Okay, Tom.
Don't you?
What'd you get on the dry draw?
Dry draw.
I got nothing but air. No, I got.
Well, that happens after a certain age.
I got the chocolate on the dry draw.
Chocolate.
I got chocolate immediately on dry draw.
We have a lot of chocolate here.
Yeah, you know
what? A lot of chocolate.
For some reason, I got like some nice floral and like some nice raisin notes on the dry draw.
That was the other cigar.
Am I hitting it, Chantel? Am I hitting it?
No.
The raisin, yes.
Raisin.
And you know what? I wouldn't have even been able to come up with that as a description, but what a fabulous description. Raisin date even. Like, you're right. And a floral note. You're so right. I think that floral note is what brings in the creaminess. Yes, for sure. Thank you.
On the dry draw. Yeah.
Yeah. You picked that up for sure.
One out of 10 right.
Wow.
Fuck you, Frank.
Joe, you know what? You're already 3 sheets to the wind. It doesn't matter. Fuck them.
You're good. Dude, I've been drinking here since like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, I can't taste shit anymore. Oh, God. It's all good. You know, my bra and my diaper are full. You know, it's all good.
We didn't get raisins or dates. I'm sorry. We got Godiva chocolate. I got that right away.
Got the chocolate.
Yeah.
A lot of it actually, right on the dry.
Yeah.
And as soon as I lit up, it was just a lot of chocolate notes.
Yeah.
That sounds like a little too much. If you're saying it was all chocolate notes, and I'm okay, honestly, Bible, right? It just sounds like a lot of chocolate is present that might be too heavy, possibly,
No, not
from
at
what
all.
I'm getting.
Not at all.
Okay.
Now, when I first go ahead.
It wasn't like it was a all heavy chocolate. It was very subtle. It was on the dry draw. It just kind of alluded to the hint of a nice creamy chocolate.
That's it.
That's what it alluded to.
No,
I think Joe's getting something on the cigar.
No,
here.
it definitely starts off with those really nice soft chocolate notes, and as everyone was saying, like as you get, like I'm halfway through mine. Once those spice notes actually start to ramp up more, it turns into it's still chocolate forward, but really nice, like kind of Mexican chocolate.
Yes,
that's such a good description. Oh my God! What a great description! Thank you so much.
And it's earthy, it's rich.
Yes,
it's got that perfect little bitter note to it, and then that spice pops through and just gives it that perfect highlight.
Such a great description.
Mexican chocolate. I got European chocolate.
Okay, are we like what? Like Lloyd's London kind of shit? I don't know. Like, what are we talking?
Swiss or Belgium?
Swiss? Wait, we went from there to Swiss. Okay, Belgian. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're on the bullshit podcast. So, but when I first lit the cigar, I did a nice soft, soft flame. Like lighting of the cigar, like that's in my opinion, that's like the proper way to light a cigar. Nice and slow, soft flame. Let that smoke odor develop. And I got like that. I got the chocolatiness, but it was almost like when you fire up the grill on the foot smoke odor there as you're lighting it up.
A little bit of what do you got? Grease off through your grill?
Leftover grill remnants.
It was amazing.
Grill.
Last night's sausage.
Wait a minute.
There was going up some sausage on the grill. But
baby, show me your grill.
That's why Bob's here. But immediately I got the chocolatiness, but there was also like some in the background. There was some like nice vanilla bean notes going on there too.
Yes,
a lot of it.
Right, Chantel? Like a little bit of vanilla-ness there going there. A very easy draw.
Yeah. Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Very easy.
So easy. You don't have to draw. It actually comes smoke into your mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice
this one is. It's like melt in your mouth good, right?
Yes,
I mean, really,
absolutely.
it is. It does for sure. And that's what I appreciate about this.
Get that fresh hay and vanilla on the retro hill. In the first third on the retro hill, I did get a slight spice on the finish, but it mellows out going towards the
I didn't get
Joe
that,
has
Joey.
a more delicate nose.
Yeah, he's a very delicate flower.
I'm a delicate flower. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
No
Peacocks
marzipan.
don't fly. They
They walk.
spread their feather tails.
I thought that my entire
I have
life.
to be
Thanks for
careful
breaking
with
my
that.
heart, Chantel. Thank you.
No, you know what? You don't understand. Everything that I want to say, if I say it, it's going to go into something else that we are going to be here for like forever, right? Like, and it's going to get forget discretionary advisory, right?
Go for it. We want to hear it. Our audience wants to hear it.
You get that nice charred vanilla. Then it transitions to like a nice charred vanilla flavor.
Yes.
Vanilla and chocolate are almost like on the same.
Yeah, it kind of goes back and forth from that charred vanilla.
Whoa.
You know what I think too? It's almost like so to me too, there's a part of that when you say charred, there's like a charred almost like marshmallow. You know, you think of that. Like when you think of a charred marshmallow, it has a sweetness, but that char really takes away the essence of the powerful part of the sweetness, right?
Smokiness.
Yeah.
Smokiness. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I am very proud of this. I thank you, James and Austin, for helping with this one. And this was a while ago, so we're happy.
You guys did a good job.
Thank you so much.
And you can get the cigar at Ace Hardware. I'm just kidding.
Joey, thank you. I mean,
Joey, Bob finished that.
An empty glass.
Glass.
Excellent.
You better fill it right back up, man.
You know what, Joe? The only thing to count on right now is the ice to water down what I have left. I mean, like, thanks a lot, pal. Like, could you at least send me 2 and put "do not share"? I won't share. I promise.
Do not share.
You know what? I had to bust them just like everybody else.
Go for it. Keep busting. We love it. Go ahead.
We all fucked up in this podcast. We all fucked up.
Joe hasn't said a word. Joe hasn't said a word. He's too quiet over there.
Whoa.
What I love about this cigar is right away in the first third, it already starts becoming very, very creamy.
Yeah.
Right? Like usually, typically in most cigars, you don't get that creaminess until you get into that second third of the cigar. So that was very interesting in
Joey, would you say, my question to you is, would you say that you actually love the cigar?
I do love this cigar.
Thank you so much.
No, I'm
Oh, wait, I don't know what just happened here, but I don't want to say a word because I know it's going to go down the rabbit hole if I do. I can't.
No.
Yeah, it will. No, it will. I know.
Try it.
Very easy to go down a rabbit hole on this
That was
podcast.
Joey Cupid flying by, because when he's in love with something, I want to make sure that everyone sees it. He gets the arrow out.
Do it again, Frank.
Wait a minute.
All right,
Or is it her?
There it is. Yes.
between the creaminess, the flavors you're getting on this cigar, and how perfectly it sits on your lips, because it's got like a wide box press.
I just can't anymore. I just can't, because I so appreciate everything you're saying, but our conversation prior to coming on here, which was a little offbeat, right? We're just going back into there, Joe. Can you can you paddle us out of that in my mindset?
Let's get Joe McEwan to paddle us out.
Wow. Yeah.
First of all, I never dig out. I only dig in.
Oh, yeah. I don't stand a chance.
You eat a lot, Joe.
You know what? Let's go to sponsorship. We'll come back. We'll go to Joe. We all get indicted. I swear to God.
We're never going to get done this show.
Come on,
we need a part 2.
Bruce Stark's got to go to the bathroom. Hurry up.
Yeah, right? Do we have time?
I'm so
Bruce said it's sponsor time.
Great cigars take time. The Fortaleza Libre story began in 2013 with the idea of starting a brand of cigars that would exemplify the strength and freedom that define America. Our premium cigar voyage for quality and taste led us to the Dominican Republic and the tobacco fields of Santiago and Tamboril. Tabacalera El Joyito would become a trusted partner, and in 2019, our smoking strong and living free journey was realized with the arrival to our shores of the Fuerte Libre Bodacious. Fast forward 5 years, 2024, Fuerte El Libre rebrands to Fortaleza El Libre. Same meaning, strong and free. Our portfolio has grown to 6 core lines to satisfy the palates of cigar smokers worldwide. For more information, visit our website at fylcigars.com. Smoke strong, live free. Welcome to GTO Dominican Cigars, a boutique cigar company that artfully blends and creates some of the finest handmade puros from the Cibao Valley in the Dominican Republic. We are 4th generation manufacturers and growers of tobacco with over 140 years of experience, offering a variety of styles, blends, and strengths. Mild, medium plus, and full-bodied. We would truly consider it an honor for you to experience our cigars. Those who know smoke GTO.
Before you light your next cigar, be sure to check out Cigar Medics, the makers of the patent-approved humidimeter. The humidimeter is a tool designed to display the relative humidity inside your cigar. With this device, there's no more guessing. Simply insert the probes into the foot or cap of your cigar, and you can instantly know if your cigar is ready to be smoked. Buy now on cigarmedics.com and see site for other cigar accessories. With the humidimeter, you'll know when to hold them and know when to smoke them.
Years in the making, the Chief cigar was born, blended, boxed, and released to market on June 26, 2015. This cigar was developed by former fire chief, firefighter, cigar aficionado Ken Dorbecker, and has grown into a signature Firehouse cigar line. All engines respond. Including, of course, the Chief, a Nicaraguan Habano blend, Proby, a Connecticut Shade blend, All Hands, a Maduro Mexican San Andreas box press, and the brand new Fire Pole, a beautifully crafted San Andreas Habano barber pole. Join the Chief family and make us part of your humidor. R&A Treasures, out of Tampa Bay, Florida. the last of a legacy, the last of an inventory of Thomas Cristiano in a warehouse where everything is aged and well kept for all your pipe and smoking needs.
And welcome
And
back.
here we are again.
Okay, here we go. Back to the indictment. Okay. if you guys, okay, just for the fans, if you guys don't see me after today, you know why.
Well, he's been black.
Because you're going to Rikers.
Rikers.
Yeah, coming to you live from my cell. Okay, so Cask Strength Rye, High and Wicked.
Yes.
Excellent.
This is a brand I fall more and more in love with. Joe, why don't you run us through, first of all, like how you got into High and Wicked, and then run us through this awesome rye.
Yeah, definitely. So again, this journey all really started about a year ago. I bumped into my boss. His name is Brandon. He's the director of brand education for Altamar Brands.
Joe, I don't want to interrupt you. Could you lower your television? No, I hear him. I hear it over his. Yeah.
No, but somebody's in the back there talking, Bob.
Yeah, the TV's on. I can hear it.
That's my cell TV.
The little bit of recreation that he gets.
There you go.
So, so then I bump into Brandon there, and we're talking a little bit about how much I've been an advocate for Altamar's portfolio over the years, and it's like we could use a little bit more help in the market, a little bit more brand recognition. Would you be willing to kind of help us out here and there? And it's like, yeah, absolutely. Why not? This is something that everything you guys do, I fully endorse through and through. So it kind of just snowballed from there. And then, yeah, we recently launched High and Wicked over the last couple of years. And it's been a lot of trying to get this brand's recognition into the market and get, more consumers to understand what our portfolio is all about. Perfect, right there. So as you can see, we've got a few different things that we do. At our core, we have our straight bourbon and straight rye, both out of Kentucky. And then we've got our singular limited release series, which was kind of where this brand initially started from. The idea was, what can we do to put into the market that is much more unique than what you're typically finding on the shelves? What's really going to stand out? What's going to challenge consumers' perceptions as to what these categories can be? So a little background on Altamar as a whole. The owner of the company is Lyons Brown. He is 6th generation Brown-Forman family. So the family that owns Woodford Reserve, Old Forester, amongst others. In the early 2000s, Lyons stepped away from his position with Brown-Forman and stepped into creating Altamar. And the ongoing joke is, ever since then, it's only taken him about 20 years to get back into whiskey. So it initially started off as a very serious conversation because Lyons and Brandon have been receiving lots and lots of bourbon, rye, Irish, Scotch samples over the last couple of decades. And the thought was, it just wasn't right. This wasn't what Altamar wanted to have represented in their portfolio. So the time finally came around, and Lyons decided that the time was right to get back into whiskey. And this started pre-pandemic. So we started looking around for barrels that kind of would showcase what we were looking for in the High and Wicked brand. Brandon ultimately got access to a warehouse from a collector of over 100,000 barrels.
Wow.
Not just bottles, but actual full barrels. So he was basically in Candyland, being able to do A and B sampling, tasting things from different distilleries. They're doing different barrel regiments, different distillation protocols, different mash bills, and kind of honing in on what they wanted. And then when he started to realize that there were some really, really unique things out there, it kind of became more of, well, what if instead of just doing one-off brands, we actually focus on having some core bourbons and ryes? So since we're highlighting the rye tonight, I figure I'd talk a little bit more about that. And then we could delve into the bourbon and our Irish that we're doing as well. So the rye actually starts from a long-standing relationship with New Riff. Back in the day, Altamar used to import a tequila brand called Tequila Ocho, one of the more sought-after tequila lines that it's in the U.S. right now.
Right.
And Jay, who is one of the owners over at New Riff, used to be part of a store called Party Source, one of the largest spirits retailers in the country. One of the largest beer retailers in the country, brought in some of the first single barrels of Tequila Ocho into the market, and their relationship kind of continued on from there. So once we kind of realized everything that New Riff was doing, it was kind of like a no-brainer of, let's taste some of their barrels, let's see what they've got going on, and everything that they tried just completely shone through above everything else. In fact, when Brandon was initially going through some of those barrel samples with that collector, the two that came out at the top of his choice going blind happened to be New Riff.
Gotcha.
So a really strong testament as to what they're doing there. Additionally, they just really know their way around rye whiskey. They're doing a fantastic job of all of their ryes over there. So on top of that, we didn't just want to duplicate what New Riff was doing. We didn't want to do them a disservice by just taking some of their own product and throwing our own label on there. So it ultimately came down to creating our own protocols and asking them kindly if they would be able to distill this for us, because it is a lot of work and it's a lot of effort. So what we landed on is a mash bill that is 91% rye and 9% malted barley. So an incredibly significant amount of rye that you're really not finding out in the market, and probably one of the top 3 highest rye mash bills that's available in the country right now. But again, we really want to differentiate what we're doing from everybody else and put that into the transparency. So kind of like a chef that takes really premium ingredients, we want to capture every ingredient that goes into making whiskey and transfer that into what is going to be the end product. So in addition to New Riff and their ability to source incredibly really nice, rich rye that's actually being imported from Europe, if I recall correctly, they actually have very, very strict protocols on their rye as to how clean that grain actually has to be. On top of that, they have copper contact throughout the entire distillation process, which is absolutely significant in distillation. If you're not familiar with what copper does in that process, it doesn't just create a nice, pretty still for photo opportunities. Copper is actually a very reactive metal that strips away a lot of those sulfur compounds that's in your distillate. On top of that, so not only is the still copper and all the tubing copper, but even the mash tun where all the ferment sits as it's fermenting over a 3-day period, as those organic compounds start to put off those sulfurs, that copper is already stripping everything away from that at the initial point of fermentation. So as it's going through that entire distillation protocol, you're losing all those aggressive compounds that, if you're not careful with it, can really turn into like those really big kind of like rubbery, rubber band, rotten egg kind of compounds that you can find in insignificant or inferior whiskeys that get put out into the market. From there, we take our barrel regimen is American oak that has been seasoned for a minimum of 3 years, which again is very significant. A lot of people, for the sake of expediting the maturation process, use kiln drying oak, which is fine. It dries out the wood incredibly fast. But when you're seasoning oak, you actually have all these microbes that are penetrating the wood over the course of those 3 years and actually break down all of those tannins, all those off notes, all of those green notes, and just leave a lot more of the sweet character that's going to come into the whiskey later.
Right.
So once that's done seasoning, we take those barrels, we do a medium toast on them as opposed to going straight into a char. That medium toast, much like you do with a cigar when you're lightly toasting the foot of the cigar, actually allows a lot more of those flavors to accentuate slowly. And then we go with a level 4 char, not so much for flavor, but because that char acts as a really nice filter during the aging process.
Right.
So everything ages for a minimum of 5 years. The rye itself, initially, our standard rye is proofed down to 49.1%. Our cask strength, our first release, is at 60.2, if I recall correctly. No chill filtration on it.
Nice.
We leave all those heavy oils in there. We want to maximize flavor. And then it goes into the bottle from there.
Nice. Well,
I got to tell you guys, this is really, honestly, to me personally, and again, I'm fairly new in like the foray into bourbons and whiskeys and all those sorts of things, but I would have thought I could have never even put this on the rocks. Forget neat, right? This is something right here that I would even do neat, which is interesting for a rye.
Yep.
That's what we did.
That's what we did this neat. We wanted to kind of get the sense of where this rye was going.
This is fabulous.
Yeah, and again, that's kind of a testament to everything that we're doing throughout our entire protocol. Because that 91% rye, that could easily blow your socks off with all those big, heavy, spicy rye dill notes that a lot of people kind of get put off by. And so, that all that copper stripping away those off notes, the care that goes into the barrel. Everything that we're doing is we're trying to capture every step of the distillation process at its best, and then put that into the bottle.
You're doing it.
Yeah,
Jesus.
That's what stuck out to me was the
fab.
What enhances that aging process is that contact with the copper during the distillation process, and I think you guys at Hind Wicked are really nailing it on the head.
Thank you.
With that contact,
nailing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, other distillation processes remove it and put it into stainless, or do they put it directly into barrels at that point?
It really depends on the producer.
Gotcha.
I mean, most of the time that you're going to see with fermentation, it's usually done in very large wooden vats. That oak is typically very inert, not much, if any flavor is going to come off.
Because it's probably been used.
Exactly. It's just it just works incredibly well. It's cost effective. Some places will use stainless steel. It's kind of dealer's choice. It's really all about what your methods of distillation are going to be after that. And then it really just kind of depends also too what kind of stills that you're using. So at New Riff, they're using a smaller beer still, which is a standard kind of column still. So again, with column stills, we're not, unlike vodka where you're distilling to neutrality. In the column, you've got all these different plates with different perforations in them as the vapor gets to travel up.
Right.
So as that vapor travels up, that vapor is hitting more copper, it's losing more sulfurs, more off notes. It gets higher up, it starts to condense, it drips back down, reboils, goes back up. And then from there, out of the beer still, it goes into a doubler, which is basically just a very small version of a pot still that you would typically see more with like scotch.
Right.
And that just kind of reboils everything, gets those high wines starting to distill a little bit more. And then you get even more body and concentrated flavor from that.
And we noticed that it had, from a color standpoint, it's a very dark. So it has a lot of depth of color. Through it for sure.
But you're not. But I didn't find that dark. Like I thought this was going to, just like the Ace. Okay, you look at the Ace, right? It's very dark. So you think you're going in, and it's a very full-bodied stick or a full-bodied whiskey, right, or bourbon. This was such a pleasant surprise for me because I thought, oh no, right? I didn't have time to try and like mix it, and I didn't want to. I wanted to taste it the way it was. It's to me. I will buy this without question.
Thank you. And again, to your point, as someone who doesn't normally drink spirits in general, the cask strength is, it's not pulling any punches. This is over 60% alcohol, and it's incredibly approachable.
Yeah, thank you. It's approachable. That's your word. That's a great word. Normally, especially as bold as this is, and being a rye, you would think that it would be non-approachable for most people. This hits the mark. Touche. Where in Kentucky is this distilled?
So we have different contracts going on right now. Our rye itself is distilled at New Riff, which is in northern Kentucky, just right over the border from Cincinnati, if I recall correctly. And then our bourbon is a NDA, so non-distillery producer. We've agreed not to disclose their name.
Yeah, I understand.
Not that they don't believe in what we're doing, but it's
I get a lot of it.
They don't want to compete against themselves.
I get a lot of it. So is there any place, so I'm planning a trip, I'm going to be in that vicinity in May. Is there any place that I can go for tastings and just to view a distillery or stills or any of that? Or no, not right now?
Not for New Riff, absolutely.
Okay.
They do have open tours and stuff like that. You can visit their facilities.
Okay, cool.
It's actually very gorgeous grounds.
So I'm going to reach out to you, Dom. I'll be there in May. I'll reach out to you far in advance because I would love to see this. You have a great product. And you know what? Be so proud of yourself because just like me, you came into this without any knowledge and look where you are.
Yeah.
I applaud you. I really do.
Yes,
Congratulations.
Applauded, except for Joe. I don't applaud.
I have no knowledge.
I did applaud Joe.
I have no knowledge, and look where the fuck I'm at. I'm on the Great Cigar and Pipe Show.
I'm gonna applaud Joe behind the scenes because you guys are like assassinate everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to. Are we having an after show? Because I think we have to.
There's the after show. Yes, there is.
We have to finish this, okay?
Just like you hear the next level knowledge from Joe, and that's why as a consumer, at my level, I go to guys.
Thanks, Brian.
Go straight.
It's very dangerous.
I go straight to guys like Joe, to hone in on a great bottle. Getting back to the cigar, into the second third of the cigar, I get that vanilla still a little bit, those Bella hay notes,
so you're getting the earthy, right? That's where you're getting the hay. You're starting to get earthy, yes.
It just meshes well with and blends together nicely with that nice, and I get like a nice charred like pistachio note now in the second third. You ever get a little pistachio in this?
No, but I like that. I never even thought of pistachio. I ate pistachios last night when I wasn't supposed to be, but at
cool.
midnight.
I'm like, all of a sudden it just hit me. I'm like, oh shit, that's pistachios all day.
I love that, Joe. Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very cool.
But then you were talking about those marshmallow notes, and then I get like that whipped vanilla cream.
That's it, and that's what I think about.
Almost like you opened up a. With that circular container with cream.
Cool Whip. It's called, Joe. Cool Whip.
So guess what? Everybody, you can stay on a diet. You can stay on a diet and still smoke. You can smoke cigars and just get your cravings.
but also in that second third, I get some fruitiness.
Well, no, you know what I think it is? There's a little bit of it. I think it's a little bit of acidity, a tiny bit of acidity that I would say.
I agree. Yeah,
just a little bit.
So that's where you're getting that citrusy acidity. Because I'm getting that too in the second third. I just got a little bit of that. But it also, there's an intensity that is now kind of taking over. Yeah, it's taking over that final third, which is nice because it's kind of like it's time. It's kind of showing you its cards now. The hand is being exposed now.
Well played, Frank.
Right. Like those are facts. That was well played.
The problem is
I don't even think it was intentional.
But Joe won't see the problem though. Joe won't put that in his article because he already wrote the article. So there are no quotes from us now.
Yeah, you know what? I make it a point to make sure
I can't even breathe anymore.
I do not quote Frank ever in these articles.
Well, I keep putting mine down, so I don't know. I'm in almost at the last third, but I keep putting it down so it keeps going out. You guys talk too much. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, that's no. Chantel, we're getting a lot of people asking where they can get your cigars. Besides going onto your website, I mean,
so right now, I am exclusive on the website, e-commerce, and private and public events. However, Bella Dama Cigars is going to be taking a very significant turn in the next 3 months, and we will be retail everywhere. Just, you know what? You have to crawl before you can walk. You have to walk before you can run. And so, I was not comfortable being there, and we weren't meant to be there yet. So now you put the work in. No, we weren't. And so now the changes as well that we're putting in place are just, you know what? I will tell you something, and this is not an ego thing. We're someone to watch for sure, because some things are going to be next level fabulous. And I'm so excited about them. I put the fucking work in.
Right.
Next level.
So
next level.
Here's an idea for you. I don't know. I'm sure you probably already thought of this.
Tell me.
But I'm thinking, World Series of Poker, all of the
championships, all of it. Yes.
I think that there's got to be a place for you within that entire sphere that you could really take advantage of, not in a bad way, but in a way that really, because there is a lot of cigar smoking poker players.
Yes. Those are facts, right? There is. And so that is one of the target markets for me moving forward in Bella Dama Cigars, is to be in your OTB. I want to be in your poker rooms. I want to be in your casinos. So there's so much, you know what I mean? I'm a one-woman show. By the grace of God, I have William White, who I brought on board, who came to me with the idea of the Bella Dama Cigars Players Club. It was an ambassadorship program. We just critiqued all of it and tweaked it. Not twerked it, tweaked it.
Twerked it.
I know, it was coming out twerk. So by the grace of God, I have William, and he is such a great addition to the Bella Dama Cigar family. So we're doing so much stuff, but you guys, pay attention. Wait till you see. By the end of summer, beginning of fall,
you'll be a name to be reckoned with for sure.
I want to see some of the World Series of Poker champions smoking your cigars at events in their hand, and that's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
Thank you so much, and that is something that I'm going to have to pull out contacts for sure after all these years. I'm sure I can, and I will. So these are some things that there's so much to happen, you guys. And I'm that person that lives 3 months down the road, not for today, unfortunately. I'm always like, I need to try to savor today. And I appreciate you guys because you're allowing me to savor today, not 3 months down the road. So thank you so much.
And from a production standpoint, moving forward and looking at your overall plan, production wise, will you be able to satisfy that kind of need to go into once you start to hit the retail stores and become a much larger brand than you are today?
Yes. And Joe, that's why I waited. So I wasn't in a position, I didn't feel, even from, I built the brand, right? It's been 4 years of hitting the payment and all social media again that I never even knew how to run. So yes, now I think that I am certainly positioned to move forward in a very big way. Excellent. And yes, so to answer your question, yes. Again, Bella Dama Cigars is something you want to watch. It's, you think about a sports team and you're thinking of, a player and that's the one to watch. Well, guess what? I'm the one to watch. Bella Dama Cigars as a whole is one to watch. we're making very big steps. And again, this started, you guys, I'm self-taught. Not like no one helped me. I didn't even know how to do packaging.
It's not like you had all of these contacts in the cigar industry.
No, nothing. I had double donut holes, right?
Well, you had 0.
Yeah.
So you should be very proud of where you've gotten to today.
Thank you so much.
And speaking of next level, the retro hail in the second, third.
Oh yeah.
Just at vanilla, whipped cream, no spice, just delicious. Oh my god! I'm big on the retro hail. I wasn't when I first started, but man, I could retro hail this all day, every day.
That's Thank you.
I mean, I smoke this till I can't really smoke anymore.
Down to the nub, baby.
That's the only way to do this.
Absolutely. Chantel, we got a lot of people who are asking you to please tell us or everybody what is the Players Club? What is that all about?
Aw, the Players Club. So this is the first incentivized program of its kind in the industry. So when William White reached out to me, he's my right hand. When he reached out to me and said, Chantel, I think that you need to do some sort of membership program or something like that. I'm like, okay. We mulled it over. I'm so busy. And then I'm like, okay, William, but I don't want to do something where I want to incentivize. I don't want anybody to do anything for me for nothing. Period. I will do for you, but I don't want you to do for me for nothing. So with that said, I go, okay, well, we have to incentivize. So what we did is we came up with this program. It is based around poker. It's called the Players Club. So you are part of the table. You buy in. You're part of the Bella Dama Cigars Players Club table when you join. So what happens is you receive 40% off your initial order, which is 2 sample packs. I wish I had everything here. I don't. You receive a certificate that says, you know what, I am invested in the boutique cigar business, specifically Bella Dama Cigars. And then, oh my God, you get a patch, you get, a poker chip. So you get all sorts of things in your pack, right? So it's not only I'm not, after all it's said and done, if I'm breaking even, I'm lucky, but it's to give you 2 sample packs. So you pick what you like, you can retry or share or whatever. And then I send you 2 playing cards. Let me reach in and I'm going to randomly pick them because that's what we do. Normally I try to do something. I don't know what these are, but what the F? Okay. So there you go. So you receive, Bible. It might be from the giveaway we had. Maybe I had it in there on the very top. So we're not going to be that all fabulous. But there was another King of Diamonds. So you receive 2 playing cards in there as well. So your goal is to make a hand, right? And the more you buy, refer, all these sorts of things, you make hands. And there's an incentivized program. You do have a portal when you join with a wallet. So I often times incentivize with putting cash credits in your wallet. It's like having a slot machine. You have credits in there, right?
Right.
So, and you can buy things. So yeah, it's the first of its kind. It is certainly, obviously, what do you call that when you say it's like a first run program? Pilot. It's like a pilot program, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just, at the end of the day, why would you? We're all so busy. Why would you give me your time for nothing? What? Because I'm giving you some sticks? It doesn't. Why? Why?
Right.
Yes, loyalty, of course. But we're busy. There's a bajillion other brands, right? Boutique brands as well. So all I'm saying is it's my thing. Thank you. And when you at Bella Dama Cigars and hashtag BDC Players Club, you receive an entry every month into a drawing. And I give away a lot of prizes, all sorts of things, right? So I don't know. You guys, my thing in life genuinely is giving back. And if someone shows loyalty to me, forget just giving back to someone. If someone shows loyalty to me, I got you, right?
Right.
So I like it. To me, it's a win-win because I love to give, so it works.
Oh, it's great, and I love the fact that you give a poker chip with your logo on it. I think it's a great way to promote the brand, and also if you've got poker players who are whether they're playing friendly games at home or whatever, they can take a picture of their hand and they send it to you. And I was looking at some of those posts, and I think that's just great because it also gives you kind of that feedback, immediate feedback from your customer base saying, hey, you know what? We're proud to showcase your chip.
Yes.
As you know, poker players like to put a chip or something of value on their cards.
Yes.
On their
it's like a marker.
It's a marker.
Exactly. Thank you. And then you know everyone's into patches, right? Everyone. So we did the Bella Dama Cigar Players Club.
Oh, very nice.
Nice. So it is. So it's a poker chip. It's a very large one, of course.
Right.
You know what I mean? Very large.
It's a collectible. People love that stuff.
Yeah, they do. So, it's just, so for me, and packaging and all those aesthetics are so important to me because when you receive something from me, whether you're a customer or a Players Club member, I want you to feel like it's like Christmas or your birthday or something, and you're opening something that is really gratifying. And so I put a lot into it. I put a lot of thought into it. I put a lot of money into it. I put a lot into it. I want it just makes me happy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think
So the final third of this cigar, things really ramp up.
Yep.
They do. I was waiting for that.
Hey, hold on.
I was so waiting for that.
Hey, Chantel, Big Fella's Cigar Mobile Lounge. You got Brian on. They want you in their humidor. All right. So just letting you know, hook up with Brian. It's a fabulous mobile lounge, and your cigars.
Would love to. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate the honor. Thank you. So, you guys, I have to just say one thing. So I ordered. So one of the gifts I gave away, one of my giveaways 2 months ago, the Xiphy lighter, right? Guess what? I'm gonna tell you something. I can't count how many lighters. This is not feminine. Of course, it doesn't. My little DuPont. Yeah, it's great. This one, you guys, I'm gonna tell you. I swear. No.
Look at you.
So, but no, it's not that expensive either. But look at this. Look. So you could even put your, stick there. But look at this, you guys. Best freaking lighter I've had yet. Wow. Never fails to light. Fills next level. Like I don't even think you can totally fill it. Look at it. I wasn't not trying to advertise them. I'm just saying, you guys. It's not feminine for me. It's not going in my purse for certain, but it's heavy as well. But look at that. Look at this. Look at this mechanism. Like this shit is like bomb ass.
Yeah, you can knock Joe out with that.
No, but just so you guys know, if you're looking for a reliable lighter, I'm not being paid. I wish I was. Maybe we can tag them. Could they give me a sponsorship? Okay, but anyway. There we go.
So
we're all
it was just
sponsors.
The final third of this cigar, you get it's almost like a euphoric buzz as it ramps up. You get that creaminess. You get that perfect buzz going. Those delicious creamy hay notes, the earthiness going there.
I like it. Thank you.
And then you get this creamy chocolate cake filling note.
Ooh, like a molten cake?
Yeah, it's just and it just finishes the chocolateness and it just lingers, on the aftertaste. Very delicious, very enjoyable smoke.
Joe, you've been at Rikers too long. You're dreaming of molten cake and shit.
And the retro hail, again, back to that retro hail, just that creaminess. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I got to tell you, this pairing, I think what you've done again is always genius because of the fact that this rye, again, at the ABV with this cigar,
Yeah.
it was like they were born to be together. This was
that happened, right?
it's just a pairing
Perfection.
it's just the right way to enjoy both, because they complement each other in such a beautiful way. I mean, you just do a pretty damn good job, Joe. And you know,
this is just kind of that's just kind of getting back to the basics of pairing cigars and whiskey, is the boldness levels.
Right.
You got this like nice bold rye that sends up to like the final third of this cigar, and as I explained in the pre-show, everything just kind of lines up, especially in that final third. And man, when you hit that final third and you're sipping on this rye, you just sit back and just enjoy it, man. Just delicious. And when it comes time to the pairing, and we go to cigar to whiskey, and then we switch it up. We go to whiskey, then the cigar to the whiskey. I get like that dark chocolate covered Luxardo cherries. Absolutely.
I
love that.
Yes,
that's so on point.
And then you get like this beautiful like caramel, like rye spice on the finish.
Yeah.
You know, and then man, so what I do is I'll take a sip of water just to cleanse the palate a little bit. I'll switch it up. I'll go to the whiskey to the cigar. We get like that cherry rye spice, and it just mellows to like creamy white chocolate, which I thought was phenomenal. And I always say there's like an unusual awesomeness that happens in either one or both directions when you're doing these pairings, and that white chocolate note really stuck out to me. And then I'll take it to another level, and I'll put it right into the whiskey here. I'll smoke the whiskey. So this is your cigar smoked whiskey, and I get that candied cherries
big time
all day, and that just melts to that caramel bomb finish. And I just love it. Everything is just very balanced here. Especially when you smoke the whiskey.
Oh yeah,
I love that. Fabulous. Joe, look at you. You did such a great job pairing us today.
Yeah.
Look at you, doll.
He doesn't even want to show the
your
Whiskey
business.
Network. He keeps it on the back. Thank you, Joe, for showing the Whiskey Network. Finally.
Just absolutely just big. Like,
I love that.
Just very balanced, very delicious.
Wonder if I do that.
It's like you get like that sweet chocolate. It's very just man. This is definitely a dessert pairing.
It creates a candy. You're right.
Yeah.
It has that little candied cherry.
Yeah.
I'm salivating here.
It's definitely a high and wicked pairing to seek out.
Yes, there's no doubt.
Thank you.
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely. Anybody else got anything on the pairing there? You guys getting anything else?
I mean, for me, I think this is a great example of how two different things actually fill in each other's gaps a little bit. So again, with the cigar, you've got those big, bold chocolate notes. You've got this really nice creaminess. You've got this really nice highlight of spice. And then you go to the rye whiskey, which, again, at 91% rye, you're expecting it to be intensely spice forward, but there's actually these really nice caramelized apple notes, almost like this apple pie filling. And the fruit notes in this whiskey actually really complement, again, bringing out some more depth into the chocolate of this cigar.
Right.
The sweet notes in both of them, again, just ramp up more and more of the creaminess and the smoke. I think this actually went together a lot better than I was initially anticipating. Like, I knew it was going to be a fun pairing, but this is turning out really, really nice.
Right, Joe? I just love you. Like, look how far you've come and where you're at. And you're so knowledgeable, and everything you just said is so on point, and I so appreciate you. Like, how blessed are we that we had this, like, marriage of cigar and whiskey, right?
Absolutely.
Perfect
Thank
marriage.
you.
Excellent marriage.
We are truly blessed that we get to do this and say that this is very hard work. Right, Joe?
Every week.
Every week.
Yeah.
Thank God we don't have to put Joe every
Prison is rough.
Just don't bend
Joe,
over. Pick up
I'm going to be Joe. I'm going to be actually all of you. I'm going to be summoning you all to Kentucky to do the Bourbon Trail with me. Come on now.
There we go. We could try to figure it out, right? Why not?
Wouldn't that be a fun shit show?
A shit show for sure. Because
after a couple of flights, absolutely, we'll be doing real good.
With you guys,
hey, what do we got
I wouldn't stop laughing ever.
Well, this is the time of the show that everybody, all our audience is
done.
This is a highly they're done. No. This is highly anticipated part. This is where I in my infinite wisdom, I love trivia, and I ask questions from everyone. Yourself included, Chantel, and also Joe McEwan. You can answer my trivia questions. When we come back, we do this thing called Stump Soccer Squash. Now, Steve, shit. You better be. You better be.
Shit balls of fire.
I think Steve Stock would like to hear that again.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
I'll ask you guys first, and then we save our special questions for people who want to participate in the audience. And if they get correctly, they get Joey. What are they getting tonight?
Oh man, let me tell you something. They're gonna get the bourbon. Oh. This is a fucking incredible bourbon. Just smooth, buttery.
We get the vial.
Fabulous.
This little
It's the bomb.
Background. Oh man, this is what's the retail on this, Joe?
I want to say, depending on where
60?
you're at, it's going to be about 80, 85.
Oh, I was thinking 60. Wow.
Let me tell you something. This is a bourbon to get after. Holy
All right.
shit. And the rye, cast strength rye, once it hits the shelves, man, incredible stuff coming out of High and Wicked.
Nice.
Can I add on to that if that's okay with you?
absolutely.
So, kind of backpedaling a little bit, we also still have our singular limited release series. So, whiskeys that are complete one-offs. Still in market right now. We have our Jury, which is a 15-year Tennessee bourbon that we finished for an addition, initially aged 14 years, and then finished for an additional year in ex-Madeira cask.
I've had it. It's amazing.
Bottled at cask strength, which was 52% alcohol.
It is amazing.
Nice.
On top of that, we are also working on Irish whiskeys that are out in the market. For our Irish, we're working with a gentleman, Noel Sweeney.
You guys are killing it.
Noel is the most awarded whiskey distiller and blender in the world, full stop. It doesn't matter if you're talking bourbon, Scotch, or Irish. No one has more awards in whiskey than Noel does. He's even been the first person inducted into the Whiskey Hall of Fame.
Wow.
So
I love you. Yeah, we have so much to talk about. This is unbelievable. You work for a great company.
Thank you. One of our biggest Irish whiskeys that we have out there right now is called Foursquare. So it's a single grain, so 95% corn, 5% malted barley Irish whiskey coming out of County Cork. Initially matured in ex-bourbon barrels, then finished in Foursquare 2000 vintage rum barrels from Barbados.
Wow.
One of the most awarded rums in the market. And then
Also
that
delicious.
is
I've had it.
blended down and proofed at 100 proof. And just absolutely beautiful. We've been getting a lot of great recognition and press on that release so far.
Nice.
Well, unlike Joe, can you send me full bottles of them? Like not up to there, maybe full. Maybe
I can see what I can do.
Maybe two of each.
Let me see what I can do for you.
Joe,
You gotta win.
I love you, Joe.
You got to win the trivia prize.
I love you, Joe. Yeah, everyone stays in.
All right, nobody answered. Let's let Chantel have 1,000 chances to win that one bottle from Joe.
Now,
There you
the
go.
question for you, Chantel, would you like to potentially maybe give like a little sampler or a couple?
I
of
was
sticks?
I was actually going to say that. It's so weird you say that.
I
Okay,
was reading
so
your mind actually.
you were actually. So one of the prizes I would love to give. Well, I can't pick it up like I would like to right now, but is a Bella Dama ashtray. I don't know if you can.
And
Yes.
then
Give it directly from
I
record.
I
can't.
see a lot of ashes. Does the ashes come with the ashtray?
Okay. Yeah. No. Hopefully not. So yes. So I would love to give that. Hold on one sec, and then
Oh.
Let's give the Bella Dama a hat. For sure. So we'll do that. But wait, hold on. One more thing,
and
because this is important.
More.
Yeah, there always is with me. You
What
never
are the Oprah
freaking know.
Winfrey show? And you get this one, and you get that one.
Everyone look
Oh,
under
no.
your chair.
Everybody's a winner.
Look under your chair. And then, so this is really cool. It's stuck to my bracelet right now. So anybody who is a golf enthusiast, I don't care if you're a chef, I don't care if you're I don't care if you're DIY, I don't care, whatever it is, whatever sticks to metal. This is your cigar assist. So your stick is gonna go. I can't right now. I'm a mess over here.
Is in the house.
But your stick will go over there, and it does have a hole underneath, but it will stick to any metal surface. And then I include 2 golf tees. So you want to push the stick out. You want to put it in. I don't know what you want to do with it.
Put it in, put it out.
There you go.
Careful.
So if you guys,
what you're saying, because
you know what?
Divers are very perverted.
Excuse me. We're going to go to the dark side. We already did it. Let's do that. The after show, because I think we need to get done, right?
Yes,
so, do we want to do the hat and this together and the after? I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
A couple of winners.
It's
All
up
right.
to you.
A couple of winners. That sounds like a plan. So when we come back, we're going to play this little game, which it started off, Ronnie called me the Chooch Master. It started off
Chooch. Chooch. Is it hooch or chooch? Chooch. Think of Chooch. You're at Rikers. It's hooch.
This is what the Chooch, our mascot, looked like. He's no longer with us. He's been put out anymore. No, he's working the farm. So we gave him another
creating more chooches.
Oh my God, this goes on my face.
It glows in the dark. Something's glowing in the dark.
No, I was just the metal. I'm like, this sticks to freaking anything almost, okay? So there you go. Just put the stick in there. Don't say a word. Not until after the show. Okay, there you go.
It's about Joey's size anyway.
These words.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I heard.
Oh, you heard. Oh, Joey, you guys, the secrets.
It was you guys that said it.
We'll be right back, folks.
We're done. We're done. I need a break.
RYE Cigars is a dynamic new cigar brand grown from a love for cigar culture and a respect for the artisanship behind the craft. We are a minority-owned family business based in Orlando, Florida. Our current collection delivers 3 exclusive lines: the Black Moses, Magic Stick, All Pro Series, featuring Leon Searcy's signature cigar and Ike Taylor's one-of-a-kind, and the newly released Perfect Round, featuring 18 cigars, a front 9 and a back 9. Visit our website at www.howardgcigars.com. You can find a full list of our retail partners there too. Thank you for making us part of your humidor.
This is Phil Morgan, General Manager of Missouri Meerschaum Corncob Pipes in Washington, Missouri. Our mission since 1869 has been to produce great smoking pipes that anyone can afford. We guarantee our pipes won't be your most expensive, but they just might be the ones you smoke the most. At Missouri Meerschaum Company, we don't just sell our corncob pipes. We grow them, make them, and smoke them. Missouri Meerschaum, Washington, Missouri, since 1869.
Loyalty, passion, courage. These are the founding principles of K by Karen Berger Cigars. The Maduro, the Habano, and the newly rated 93 by Cigar Journal Connecticut. Do yourself a favor and check out this wonderful line of cigars that come from a completely linear company from seed to your hands. A family of 4 generations in tobacco. It started in Odense, Denmark, 141 years ago. 1882, with a factory and a retail store by Eric Peter Stokeby. 4th Generation is a premium quality brand consisting of a selection of tin and loose tobaccos made in Denmark, pipes made of the finest quality briar, and superior accessories from leather goods, lighters, and pipe tools. The selection of 4th generation products are available in premium pipe and cigar stores in the US and many European countries. Check out 4thGenPipeTobacco.com.
All right, and we are back, folks. We are back here.
Unfortunately
for Joe.
Wow. Joe, you can leave now.
Joe. Aw.
All right. Here's a question for the dais, as I like to call it. Everybody out there, let's see if anybody has this one. So on this date in history, which is whatever date we are in today, April,
whatever date we are.
I don't even know.
What year are we?
23rd. We're the 23rd. So in 2001, this person releases the single Weapon of Choice. And this music video is directed by Spike Jones, starring Christopher Walken. Who released Weapon of Choice, Joe?
I think we need more cowbell.
Yeah.
Is that your answer? For the love of God. That's everyone's answer.
Christopher Walken was in this video.
Really?
And he was dancing. I do remember this.
Is it Fat Boy Slim?
Fat Boy Slim.
Yeah.
It's Joe.
I got one.
He got one. You know why? Because
Joe.
he is Fat Boy Slim.
Boy Joe.
He is Fat Boy Slim himself.
Fuck you, Bob.
That's what happens when you ride a Segway all day.
Wow.
Segway all day.
Fat Boy Slim cop.
I can't breathe.
I know.
You guys are killing
Everybody
me.
had that answer there, Frank. Everybody.
Everybody did. All right. Well, these people who are on the audience, they think they're smarter than I am. Listen.
Well, they
You
are.
guys have the power of Google and Siri and all of those things
Yeah.
to use. Joe actually used his memory to come up with that answer. So I'm impressed with Joe.
Yeah,
He did.
Christopher Walken, he's like dancing the whole time like this.
That's right. He's dancing like this the whole time.
He's just
So
looking around like,
Best part of that video is where he just swan dives over the railing and starts to fly.
that's right.
and then I arrested him on my Segway in the mall.
A pastry store
Joe.
in Astoria.
Joe, I love you, Joe. Don't worry. You're okay.
He's only lying, Joe.
You know,
really.
talking to me,
Don't
Joe.
worry about
I
it.
promise I'm on your side, baby.
So this question, let's see who can get this one correctly. All right, Bob. Maybe you might, because this is more along your timeline.
Oh, okay.
All right. So in 1896,
I know everything about it. I know everything about
I
it.
can't breathe.
Diapers.
You were in diapers, for the love of God. Diapers.
He still is. He still is.
He's in Depends. What are you
That
kidding?
means you're old. You can't even be in diapers at that age. and alive.
Bob was born
1800.
pre-Victorian era.
Yes, yes.
So that's
Bob's got enough
he beat
alcohol
all
in him to
odds, as
embalm
Frank
him.
said earlier. He beat all odds.
so this, and on this date in history in 1896, Bob, this system of movie projection first shown at Coster and Biles Music Hall, Bials, I could pronounce it properly, Music Hall in New York City. What was the name of this movie projection system?
Oh.
Everybody Google fast. Fast as
they
you
are.
can.
They
I
are.
would be. No, I would. Excuse me,
And-
sir. Like,
You
come
know,
on.
Bob, you
I
should
have no
know
clue.
this.
Google this. I don't know it. I don't know. Why should I know
called
it?
the Vitascope.
Vitascope.
The Vitascope,
Oh.
not the kaleidoscope that
No,
Bob
no,
was
no.
too busy
I was too
using,
busy looking at
through
the-
his kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
It was not that. It was the
The
Vitascope.
only way into Bob's head is the
Oh.
Vitascope.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
Well, after
All right, I'm-
1967, that's all you
Joe.
get for, Joe.
In what year? I told
No,
you.
what theater did that premiere
It
in?
was at Oscar and Biles Music Hall. It's no longer.
Joe, I can't.
That's not anymore. Oh, wow.
You guys are killing me.
Wow.
Like,
No, we want you to live. Don't worry. We'll stop killing.
You know what?
All right, we're gonna have. Here we go. One more for use people.
Use people.
Use can't leave.
Now use can't leave.
Where's Chaz?
All right, here we go.
Where's Chaz?
in 1994, on this state history, Bob, the Libertarian Party nominated this person for governor of New York.
94.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I know this.
What the answer is.
This.
Wait, isn't the general public supposed to answer this question?
Howard, what's the guy, the radio guy?
Howard Stern.
There you go. Yes, I know that.
He was nominated by the.
That just shows how fucked up New Yorkers are.
Right, yeah, go, baby.
They would have been better nominating Stuttering John.
Stuttering John would have been better.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You guys are psychotic next level. I can't.
Well, Bob is
kind of
an
people.
institution anyway, so we know about that.
All righty.
All right, Rikers.
Let's go for the hat.
The audience.
Yeah. We got the hat, the ashtray, and
the cigar assist.
And the cigar
assist.
The
you guys,
assist.
this bitch like sticks on dead.
Wow.
Everything metal.
Anything metal.
Remember, if you got something in your hooters, maybe.
If you got a plate in your head, you're going to look kind of funny.
I said metal. Do you know what? The Hooters are not going to have metal, for the love of God. If they do, you went overseas and got really messed up. Okay? Like, they're not going to have metal, pal.
There are some doctors out there that would try that.
All right.
That's my point.
Okay. So, it's going to be a good one for people. Let's see if they'll figure this one out.
Oh, we got to play Jeopardy here. All right.
So you're giving all three things. We got the hat. Oh, this is limited edition, by the way. It's never coming back because it was a mess.
Oh.
Well, no, it's something better. It's just that.
So this is a collector's item on top of it.
Yeah, it is, for real. Bible.
Wow.
The ashtray isn't, but that is.
So, following the Revolutionary War, whiskey replaced what as the dominant drink in America?
Oh my God, I love your question.
Come on, audience. It's for the audience, man. It's a great prizes. Let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, Google, Siri, and all that.
Dumb hat. I can't raise the ashtray of ashes in it.
Rum.
But you got the ashtray somewhere.
Clay Aikens, who says, or Clay Atkins, I call him Clay Aikens because he's a former American Idol.
Rum.
He says rum. It is rum.
Wow.
It did replace
That's
rum.
the answer?
Rum.
Yep.
Rum was the original
Congratulations,
spirit of America.
Clay.
Congratulations.
Clay, that's what happens when you're a former American Idol second place winner. You get first place here.
Checking. Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. Mine, I'm showing Texas rum right in front of Clay, guys.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Texas Taurus. Oh, Ray.
Texas.
Oh, Clay.
Yep.
Clay, I fucked
Ray
up.
or Clay?
I fucked up.
Yes, Texas got it.
Up, by the way.
They actually came
Texas
in at
Taurus.
857 apiece, except mine shows Texas right in front of Clay.
Texas did come in just ahead of Clay. But
Texas.
since I fucked that up for Clay,
Yeah.
I did fuck that
What are
up.
we going to do?
I'm gonna fix your fuck up. So let's give Texas Texas, please, Taurus, please reach out to me directly or them, and they'll forward the information. Please give me your full name and address, and I will get all of these three fabulous prizes out to you. And since we have a fuck up over here, okay,
Frankism.
Yep. Now you're going to force me to give away something else. So we'll give away a 6-pack sampler of Bella Dama Cigars.
Wow.
So let's just roll. Let's just roll with that.
All right,
And
we're gonna.
You know what? You
Joey's
better. You know what? You just better. You better squeeze my guts out when I see you. Okay, sir.
All right, let's do that. Clay, thank you.
All right. So
thank you.
Listen, one thing I have to say, a 6-pack deserves a 6-pack. Joey, that
shows your 12-pack.
We need to. We need to
Joey's
see your
6-pack
keg.
is like
we need to see your
a bunch of.
We need to see your
highlights.
You want to see my Fat Boy Slim?
Come on, baby, show me a grill.
You gotta do it.
Did you shave today, Joey? Did you shave?
It's a family show. He doesn't want his girlfriend to get mad.
I can't. We need to cut this off.
Yeah, Clay says I like the cigars.
Come on, hold
There
it
you
up.
go, Clay. Thank you for that, Clay. Appreciate you accepting that. And,
Clay's-
Chantel, thank you for that extra.
The
Appreciate
6-pack. The 6-pack did not go to Clay, Ron. Don't give out
No.
wrong information.
So we're fixing his fuck up.
Yes.
We're gonna give a sample pack to fix his fuck up.
Yes.
Wow,
The
all right.
sample pack is going to go over here to Joe with the bourbon. And the other two guys are lucky enough that Chantel fixed my fuck up and is now handing over that cool little magnetic cigar assist and her cap and the ashtray. So
yes, and we're going to give the sample pack to the person we thought that won, that was really a mistake and a genuine mistake. So Clay, you're going to get a Bella Dama sample pack,
right?
Because
Texas
that
won.
was a genuine. Yes, Texas won, but that was a genuine mistake.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give that to you. Thank you.
I get ahead of myself.
You know what? We all do. For the love of God, who's perfect? If you're perfect, stand up, please. Okay.
All right. So now this is for the beautiful bottle of bourbon.
Yes, I want that. How can I join?
So for
Joe's got
usually it's
so good.
I always and I forgot to
So
play this
good.
because this is the Saka Squatch question. So,
yes.
Ronnie, we are going to throw in a couple of cigars from Steve.
Yes, we are.
Over at so we'll throw in some cigars with some bourbon. This way, everybody feels like they're getting something. And so here's the question for some lucky fool out there who was able to sit through our nonsense for this amount of time.
There's a lot of fools out there, Frank.
I know.
We
There's
got
a
a
lot of
very,
fools.
very big number because Chantel is
I can't
on.
breathe. I can't breathe. Ronnie, I can't breathe right now. I can't. I need a
Joe
breath.
knows how to give mouth to mouth, I heard.
All right, Ronnie.
He's been practicing on the 80-year-olds with no dentures. He takes the dentures out.
We have to save that one for sure. Oh my God.
All right, folks. Here's the question. Ronnie, you got my wonderful Jeopardy music ready?
Yes,
All right.
sir. Mr.
Here we
Q.
go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Here we go. What company name change was Steve contemplating when he posted this picture?
I can't breathe. Are you kidding me right now? Who fucking? Are you kidding me?
Well, we're on top of it.
I can't. I just can't. I can't right now. Holy shit! I can't. Breathe. You guys are the next level shit.
I'm PPR instructor. Okay. Wow, nobody's got Google and Siri and all that.
Do a little research. People gotta. What do you think? We give shit away for free here? You gotta do a little work.
Drew Estates. Dumbarton.
No, his company name is Dumbarton, you dummy.
Ligua Privada.
The
Trust in DTP.
No.
Boy Slim.
Sobremesa.
No.
You know what?
He's contemplating changing his name because it's fucking cold there in that picture. So think about where he would want to be, and his company's name would be
Key West. No, come on, guys, be serious.
Key West Tobacco? Could that be it? Could it be?
That's not
Key
it.
West Tobacco? Could it be? Could it
Is
be?
it?
Wait a minute.
Colin!
Is
Let me
it?
see. Is it? I don't know. Could it be? I got to make sure because I don't know. Key West Tobacco.
Yes!
Wow. Wow.
Congratulations! Oh my God! Yes. That, you know what? That was stellar. Look, how great was
We're
that?
always stellar on this show.
I didn't say you guys. Wait, whoa. Let's rewind. Wait. Excuse me, gentlemen. Rewind. I didn't say you were stellar. I said that was stellar.
Exactly.
I didn't say you or that answer was stellar.
Well, I took it that way. Thank you. Very good. All right, Colin, you won the big prize.
Yes.
Very good.
Congratulations.
Everybody won on this show, man. That's all I can tell you for watching and hanging out with us, and it's been fabulous. Joe, thank you very much for taking time to spend with our chicken next to you there. Thank you for going there. And Chantel, it's been fantastic having you. Thank you so much. We are so looking forward to seeing you grow and all the amazing things that you've been telling us about. We're so excited for your growth, and you did it right, kiddo. You did it right, one step at a time.
I'm thinking World Series of Poker winner, smoking. I could see it now. I see it that in your future.
It's a high and wicked hand.
With a high and wicked hand.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I will talk to you guys because I am so beyond pleasantly surprised at what I drank tonight. And guess what? It gives a good buzz on top of it. No, in other words, it's not this harsh. It's not harsh, right? It's not harsh.
This is it. This is what you got to buzz on.
No, it's not. It's not harsh. You know what I mean? Like it was especially for a rye. This thing was really the cask drink. Like, thank you so very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. You've done a magnificent job. Your company has. Thank you so much.
But thank you for accepting Joe's invitation for coming on.
Yes.
I don't think you had an idea what the hell you were in for.
You know it. Oh, you know what? It was very pleasurable. Thank you so much.
This was a one and done, gentlemen.
Maybe for you, but we're bringing her back. Because we want to know what's going on, man.
We already talked about it. Yes. Lots going on.
But when it all happens, we want to definitely get you back on and blow all these ideas and all these plans you have. We want to showcase that for you.
So appreciate it.
They're still going after 2 hours.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Can we finish off the conversation we started in the beginning behind in the green room?
Yeah. Hold on. Stay on. We'll do the after show.
Hey, listen, folks. We're going through our closing credits. We love you all. Come see us next week.
That's exactly.
Because that's when
the indictment happens. Yeah.
This is when we take care of Joe. All right, folks. We'll see you next week. Same time, same back time.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And the ladies will be here next week. The ladies are taking over.
Perfect.
Good night, everybody.
Tell my brothers to line them up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful. I feel its love come shining through.